Welcome back to the channel where modern science replaces outdated myths and where real evidence guides better health decisions. If you care about your heart, your brain, your energy levels, and your long-term longevity, you're in the right place. Before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about, especially if they've ever been told to avoid eggs. These small actions help us continue bringing honest, research-based health education to people who need it most. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Right now, sitting quietly inside your refrigerator, there is a single food that has been feared, restricted, and misunderstood for more than 50 years. That food is the egg. For decades, eggs were blamed for heart disease. Doctors warned against them. Nutrition guidelines placed strict limits on them. Families avoided them. Entire generations grew up believing eggs were dangerous. But here is the truth most people still don't know. The fear of eggs was built on flawed science from the 1960s. That outdated research shaped dietary guidelines for more than half a century. Meanwhile, modern studies involving hundreds of thousands in some cases, millions of people have completely overturned those conclusions. And in 2024, new large-scale population research revealed something about eggs and longevity that genuinely surprised scientists. Today, you will learn the real truth about eggs. Not marketing claims, not old myths. Real, peer-reviewed science. You will discover how many eggs you can safely eat per day, who should be more cautious, how cooking methods change outcomes, and why eggs may actually support healthy aging. Before we continue, tell us in the comments your age and where you're watching from. We read and reply to every comment. Now, let's begin. Number 7. The cholesterol myth that misled the world. For more than 5 decades, eggs were labeled as a dietary villain because of cholesterol. The belief was simple but wrong. Eating cholesterol raises blood cholesterol, which clogs arteries and causes heart disease. This idea came from early experiments conducted in the 1960s. Researchers fed large amounts of purified cholesterol to rabbits and observed severe arterial damage. They then assumed the same effect would occur in humans. But rabbits are herbivores. Their metabolism processes cholesterol very differently from humans. Human bodies have a built-in regulatory system. When you consume cholesterol through food, your liver compensates by producing less of its own. This feedback mechanism keeps blood cholesterol levels relatively stable in most people. Modern science has confirmed this repeatedly. A large meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reviewed over 40 studies involving more than 300,000 participants. The conclusion was clear. There was no significant association between egg consumption and heart disease risk in healthy individuals. Another major study published in the journal. Heart followed more than 400,000 adults in China for nearly 10 years. Participants who ate eggs daily had a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular death compared to those who rarely ate eggs. Because of this evidence, modern dietary guidelines removed the previous limit of 300 milligrams of dietary cholesterol per day. One large egg contains about 186 milligrams of cholesterol. For most healthy adults, eating 1, 2, 3 eggs per day falls well within safe limits. However, accuracy matters. Around 25 to 30% of people are known as hyperresponders. These individuals experience larger increases in blood cholesterol when consuming dietary cholesterol. People with familial hypercholesterolemia, existing cardiovascular disease, or uncontrolled diabetes should personalize egg intake with their healthcare provider. Cooking method also matters. Frying eggs in butter or processed oils adds saturated fats that affect cholesterol levels more than the egg itself. Boiled, poached, or lightly cooked eggs provide benefits with minimal risk. Number 6. Eggs and bone health. The missing nutrients when people think about bone health, they think calcium. But calcium alone is not enough. Without vitamin D, calcium cannot be absorbed efficiently. Vitamin D acts like a master switch that allows calcium to enter the bloodstream and strengthen bones. Eggs are one of the few foods that naturally contain vitamin D. While one egg provides a modest amount, consistent intake matters. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who regularly consumed eggs had higher vitamin D levels, especially during winter months when sunlight exposure is limited. Egg yolks also contain vitamin K2, a nutrient that directs calcium into bones and teeth rather than arteries. This combination of vitamin D and K2 makes eggs uniquely supportive for skeletal health. Discarding the yolk eliminates most of these benefits. To support bone health with eggs, eat the whole egg, combine it with healthy fats such as olive oil or avocado, and pair it with leafy greens that provide additional calcium. Number 5. Your brain depends on a nutrient most people lack. Inside your brain, billions of neurons communicate using chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. One of the most important is acetylcholine, which supports memory, learning, focus, and muscle control. To produce acetylcholine, the brain needs choline, and here is the problem. According to national nutrition surveys, over 90% of adults fail to meet the recommended intake for choline. Eggs are the most concentrated and practical dietary source of choline. One large egg provides approximately 147 milligrams of choline, covering a significant portion of daily needs. Long-term observational studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher choline intake was associated with better memory performance and slower cognitive decline with aging. During pregnancy, adequate choline intake has been linked to improved cognitive outcomes in children years later. Choline is found almost entirely in the yolk, not the egg white. For brain health, consistent egg consumption matters more than occasional intake. Pairing eggs with omega-3 foods, such as fish, walnuts, or flax seeds, further enhances cognitive protection. Number 4. Why eggs are the gold standard of protein. Protein quality is not just about grams. It's about how efficiently your body can use it. Scientists measure protein quality using biological value. Eggs score a perfect 100. This means nearly every gram of egg protein can be used to build muscle, enzymes, immune cells, and tissues. Egg protein is complete, containing all 9 essential amino acids in ideal proportions. Studies comparing whole eggs to egg whites show that whole eggs stimulate muscle protein synthesis more effectively, even when protein content is equal. Nutrients in the yolk enhance how the body uses protein. This is especially important for older adults who face age-related muscle loss known as sarcopenia. For best results, distribute egg intake across meals. Cook eggs fully, but gently, and avoid consuming raw eggs, which reduce nutrient absorption. Number 3. Eye protection you didn't expect from EGGS. Age-related macular degeneration is the leading cause of vision loss in adults over 50. Eggs contain lutein and zeaxanthin carotenoids that accumulate in the retina and protect against blue light and oxidative damage. Although leafy greens contain higher amounts, lutein from eggs is absorbed far more efficiently due to the natural fats in egg yolks. Studies show that lutein absorption from eggs can be up to 3 times higher than from vegetables alone. Pasteurized eggs often contain significantly higher levels of these protective compounds. For eye health, choose eggs with darker yolks. Cook gently and combine eggs with colorful vegetables. Number 2. EGGS and blood sugar stability. Eggs have a glycemic index close to 0. They do not spike blood sugar. Clinical studies comparing egg-based breakfasts to carbohydrate-heavy breakfasts found that people who ate eggs felt fuller, consumed fewer calories, and maintained steadier energy levels throughout the day. In people with type 2 diabetes, egg-based breakfasts improved fasting glucose and long-term blood sugar markers. Eggs stimulate satiety hormones such as peptide, YY, and GLP-1, naturally reducing appetite and overeating. For best results, eat eggs earlier in the day and pair them with non-starchy vegetables. Number 1. How many eggs per day for longevity? This is the most important question. Large studies published through 2024. Analyzing data from over 500,000 people across multiple countries found that eating 1-3 eggs per day was not associated with increased mortality from any cause. In several analyses, moderate egg consumption was associated with reduced mortality risk. The data suggests a practical sweet spot around 1 egg per day for the general population, with flexibility up to 3 eggs depending on individual health factors. People with diabetes or existing cardiovascular disease may need more personalized guidance. The cooking method matters. Boiled and poached eggs consistently showed the most favorable outcomes. Eggs are not the enemy. Modern science shows they support brain function, bone health, muscle preservation, vision protection, and blood sugar stability. For most healthy adults, eating 1-3 eggs per day is safe, beneficial, and supported by high-quality research. The decades of fear were built on outdated assumptions. The evidence has changed. Now we want to hear from you. How many eggs do you eat per day? Has cholesterol fear ever stopped you from eating more? What is your favorite way to prepare eggs? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still fears eggs. Your breakfast plate may never look the same again. Thank you for watching.